We're happy to have you with us this evening and want you to enjoy every minute of your stay here. And while you relax and stretch, visit our concession where you'll find something to please you.
Now, when you're going to dial a number, wait for the dial tone. You're all familiar with it. It's the hum you hear in the receiver, like this.
Here he is, the one, the only.
How are you? Not you, but you. What's going on, guys? Wednesday, 8:03 p.m. on the West Coast here in Los Angeles, California. 8 p.m. What? Yeah, we're doing another local show, right? So we're local, and you guys are not. You guys are somewhere in Hamburg, or you might be in Sweden or whatever, and you have to do a local show too. Anyway. How are you? Did you have an amazing weekend? I did. I'm off to another one this weekend coming up. I'm leaving actually tomorrow, going to Oregon to visit the mom and do some paintball business. And then the following weekend, I'm going to be in Michigan at Hell Survivors for Monster Game, right? Bring your own paint. Dude, bring your own paint. It's amazing. So I'm bringing a shotgun, my 43 PPQ, my pistol. I'm taking advantage of it. Anyway, past weekend we did Cartel Wars 3, and it was a 2-day event. It was about 85 plus degrees in San Luis Obispo. Amazing, fantastic. We had huge amounts of people. We had people coming in from Arizona and New York, Southern California, Northern California, Mexico. Everybody came to this event. It was fantastic. I got cracked. Look at that lovely baby. Oh, look at that. Yeah. No, I got beat up. I got beat up a lot. You know why? Because if you guys know how I play, I don't stand in the back. I just run, and I try to motivate everybody to go forward. I switch teams all the time. Try to get the game extremely happy. So I collect a lot of paint. It doesn't matter. That's what our sport's about. Having fun, having a great time. Anyway, so if you noticed in my intro today, I had a camera. Like that's actually one of my sponsors. Is Gary Baum for Paintball Photography. The reason I chose that is because two of my favorite photographers from the West Coast were there, and they do an amazing job. And I want to highlight them. I want to talk about them for a bit. You know, what's interesting is that with the advent of iPhones, everybody's got a camera, and anybody can take a picture. But I'm telling you guys something. Yes, that's true. Anybody can take a picture. Do you guys know what the golden hour is? Do you guys know what having the eye is? Do you guys know what it means that photographers see things that we don't see without using all their Photoshop and all their other kind of stuff? They see it. They go, that's going to be a great shot. Bam, it's going to be a great shot. So two of these guys are two of those guys. Two of those guys that can see a subject and go, that's going to be a good shot. So I would like to introduce you to these two cool cats. Rudy couldn't be here tonight, so we have, I'm just joking. I love doing that joke.
Yeah, thank you.
Yay! So Rudy and Jin. Jin's like Madonna. He only has one name. Exactly. Exactly. Anyway, Jin, what's your last name? Tonic?
Pak.
Okay, I know. P-A-K. Anyway, so you guys, Jin lives up in Gilroy, which is by San Francisco, and Rudy lives in Lompoc, which is Central Coast.
Orchid.
What?
Orchid.
Whatever. It's the same thing. Listen, for someone in Norway, do you think that they know the difference? All right. Okay. All right. Listen, what's the distance between Orchid and Napomo and Lompoc? And come on, like a half an hour?
It's half a mile, half an hour.
There you go. Come on. All right. I'm sorry. Yes, in case you guys want to stalk him, he's actually in Orchid. Yes, there you go. So now you have
Lompoc,
Rudy. Lompoc. There you go. Now you can stalk him. Anyway, all right, boys, listen. We had this amazing event on the weekend. Speaking of cameras, hopefully we're going to get this footage soon, but every time I go to one of these events, we always do this pistol challenge where everybody wants to challenge me. And I'm in. I love it. Let's do it. Pistols, bing, bing, bing. So we have a big group of Assassins Alliance. They wear the black, and they're always trying to, up their game, and they want to, okay. So I had this one cool cat. We did the pistol challenge. We did quick draw, bam, and I know I hit him. And he says, I know you hit me. And as I walk closer, I could see that I hit his GoPro square in the lens, and it broke. He had an extra lens on it, so it broke that lens, but his GoPro was fine. So that's going to be an amazing shot once he gets the video of a paintball going like that, like this. But that is one of the tragedies of actually, let me see. You know what? It crushes my heart a lot of times, and especially with you guys. You have invested a lot of money into your equipment, and you're going out there and you're shooting, and somebody, first strike, whatever, and it hits the lens, whatever. Okay, fine. Does the park pay for it? Does the player pay for it? No. You guys that's like a tragedy. It's like, what? Yeah, there's no insurance policy, right? It's just bam. And so, this guy, I shot him in the lens, not on purpose. I mean, did I shoot Wolf's phone on purpose? I don't know, but I'm just joking. Anyway, so what I'm just saying, it happened. These things happen. And when they do happen, what happens? You guys either have to change out your lens or whatever, and then, but you guys are putting your camera bodies into the line of fire. So we have these amazing pictures to take home and brag about and whatever else. Even the KSBY TV was there on Saturday, right? You remember seeing that guy? And he had never seen paintball. He was like as shaking. I'm sure that the footage is kind of like that. But what I did was I took a paintball box and opened it up, cut it, and put it on top of his camera because he's responsible for that camera. So we could have, that kind of thing. And I know I've seen that out there with you guys, not you guys, but sometimes the photographers have all that, right? They have like a paintball box or something on there. So yeah, you guys, my hat. See, I have my full hair here. I have a full head of hair, not you. Anyway, my hat is off to you guys. Yeah, and we're going to talk about you. So let me just get these quick. Hang on a second. Hey, John. Let me just get John out of the way. John, what paint are you bringing? I'm not bringing paint because I can't bring paint on the plane, but I'll be using our GI paint, obviously, at the event, and I'll be using the Red Ball. I don't know if you guys know that, but it's the only park in the whole world that has red paint. They have blood red paint. This is Hell Survivors has their own paint. Let me see. Joseph from Texas. Jin, what is the name of your photography biz or page?
Oh, I don't do it professionally anymore. So I post everything on the MagFed Legion team site.
So go to MagFed. We're going to bring that up, you guys. We're going to bring it up in a second to see all this stuff. And, Robert, you're making me blush, man. If I wasn't married, I love you too, man. All right. Anyway, so let's go with Rudy first because you're right next to me. Okay, Rudy. So hang on a second. Let me just do this. And I'm going to do solo layout. Oh. Yay. Look at that, huh? Hey, what is that, a green screen? What are you using back there?
No, it's just a backdrop.
No, I meant the whole thing, like that old antique thing and everything. I thought it was like your green screen. It's like
that's old trusty right there.
All right, cool. All right, so let's give us some 411 about yourself.
Sure. I started into photography, gosh, when my son was a little guy playing baseball. Enjoyed it very much. It got me busy, so that way I didn't have to yell at the crowds or yell at the kids on the field. Kept me occupied. Long story short, loved photography. Got into more sports photography, and then eventually started getting into portraits, doing weddings and so on. Lighting. I love using flash photography. A lot of photographers don't use it. I love it. It just brings out so much more color. Um, my son also got into paintball, and that's how started doing paintball photography. Was just to be by him, of course. But I really actually love the action. I love to try to capture the ball coming out of the barrel, along with the smoke and so on. There's so much involved with paintball photography. There's so many different angles you can get and make stories out of it. And plus, the people are fantastic. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's good and bad people, but for the majority, like 99%, the people are great. They're friendly and they get excited. And when I do the edits and when I get the photos back out to the people, they just love it. And that's what gets me going because, we don't get paid for doing this. We go out there, on our own dollar and everything else and take that chance, especially for me because I'm also doing, like I said, wedding photography. So if I damage my equipment on the paintball field, I'm not going to be able to do that wedding next week. I do have more cameras though, but, there is that risk. But I do love it and I enjoy it. And then whenever people ask me, hey, can you cover us on paintball field? I'm there, if I can, but I'm usually there all the time, especially with Ivan. Ivan's a great guy. Of course, you guys are as well. And so I go out there, I support as much as I can and try to, tell other people about it. Bring your cameras, go out there, have fun, but you're going to get hit. It happens.
Yes. Even if you have the vest, sometimes the vest is like, what's it called? No, that's not really true. You know how like they always say that the red thing for the bull, right? The bull's like, he can't see that. So anyway, it basically it's the same thing. Sometimes you put a vest on, newbies go like, oh, look at that target. Like, boom, like this. Right. I got it. Anyway, okay. So hang on one second. Let me get this, brother. Hang on a second. All right, Jin. So that's an amazing green screen you have as well.
Yeah, this is my daughter's Zoom space.
Oh, nice. Oh, you're in the Zoom space. I like it.
Yeah, she doesn't use this anymore, so this is perfect.
Oh, are they back in school?
Yeah, she's back in school. But it's summer school now, so it's all good.
Very cool. All right. So what's your 411?
I did photography since the film days, a lot of nature landscape stuff. And then got into digital photography very early on. But a lot of it's a hobby that pays for itself. So I did that as a side gig all the time. I did headshots all through the early 2000s for modeling agencies, like the Z photos for talent scouts and stuff. So they would refer me. I'd do those shots for them. And then later I did like graduation headshots because that was easy money because you can just do a whole set. Did graduation photos, did several weddings. A lot of stress, but it's a lot of fun, and it's quick money. So that's kind of what I did with photography. As far as photography for paintball goes, it was more to promote and grow the sport. Obviously, there's really no money in paintball because paintball is such a small sport, you might say.
That's true. It's a niche. It's an extreme. We're an extreme. How do I say this? Yeah. As Gary Baum said. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know history, but during World War I, the Germans were fighting the world. No, the Germans were fighting everybody, right? And the Germans, one of their allies was the Turks. What? And so they were like in it's called the Ottoman Empire. They were in like Israel and that Palestine, that area. And there was the Australians were fighting the Turks. And Lawrence of Arabia was helping the Arabs to fight the Turks. And Lawrence of Arabia said, "We are a sideshow of a sideshow." Do you understand? So, I mean, we're not the big ESPN. We're not the big whatever. We are a sideshow of a sideshow. But within that sideshow, we love what we do. We're very passionate. Sometimes we bubble to the surface and get on TV, or I get on the press or that kind of stuff. But pretty much, right? So in doing so, like you said, I'm an anomaly in our sport as far as the sponsorship and whatever else. And I'm 1%. So don't get me involved. But the rest of the 99%, you're right. There's no money in this sport. Okay. And even if you're like Greenspan or something like that, they've got to bust their chops every event to put more money in it. Okay. Gary Baum is another anomaly. He came into the sport and he started being a paintball photographer, and he started giving away his stuff for free, but he could afford to have his cameras go down or whatever else. And then he got hooked up with GI Sports, and then, okay, so that's another thing. For your average paintball photographer, your average player, you're right. They are 9-to-5ers. They bring their money in. They want a nice event. They want a nice thing. And you guys go the extra layer and say, okay, we're players too, but I want to capture that thing. And in doing so, you've got to sweat harder than us sometimes. You've got to get beat up. You don't even get, I mean, you shoot us digitally. You don't get to shoot back. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's just this crazy thing. And then here's what happens. Then then people, where can I get my pictures? Where can can I download? Is it? I've been in the hotel. I've traveled with Gary several times throughout the world, and I see what he does. He'll sit on his computer when after we come back from dinner. He's like on his laptop for like 3 hours editing, and I go, "There's no fun in this." And you guys are doing the same thing. You're not taking one shot. I know that. You guys are sometimes holding you down, waiting for that golden moment, right? And then you got to go through and edit all those things.
Not anymore.
And
No, don't have that kind of hard drive space.
so
I
what
just
you
do it like film photography. I just wait for the right moment, take the picture. If I get it, I got it. I don't need a dozen shots and try to pick the best one anymore. That's just too much work. That takes too much time. I have to simplify it, especially when you're not getting paid.
Okay. So hang on a second, Rudy. You too?
No, I like to take a lot of shots. I do take a lot of time to edit, but I have a terabyte on this guy and another terabyte on my drive here, and so and then of course on the cloud as well. So I try to get as much as I can just to get that one moment, that money shot.
Okay, so because Gary does too. Gary will he's got to the point now where he can understand almost where two guys are going to do something, and he'll focus in on one guy's mask. He gets that that blast, but he will go like this. He'll hold the thing down and get it to get that one shot. So I'm impressed, Jin. I mean, I'm gonna bow down to you. Wait a minute, you're just like, because I've seen your pictures. It doesn't. I don't know, my friend. You got some magic.
I deleted about 10 photos from that entire batch.
Okay. All right, you guys. So let's look at some of their stuff here. Tell me what I got going here. Pics to share. I'm going to share it in a second, you guys. Let me just bring it up here, and you guys can tell me what I'm looking at. Okay. Let me just do share screen, and what do I got? I got Chrome tab. Okay, so I'm going to do. The first one is called Pics to Share Google Drive. Who's the one that gave me that?
That's me.
Okay, cool. All right, can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Okay, so can I make these bigger, Jim?
Yeah. Should be able to open them up.
Just double click on it?
Yeah.
All right, let me do that. Hey, this looks staged.
So this was at the end of OEW 7. We had they called the game at the last day because of just too much rain, and so we had a ton of smoke grenades. So we went out to the center area and we just had fun through smokes and just played our own little thing. About a dozen of us, and so this was one where we said, all right, just throw some smokes down, and just walk through, and this was one of the groups there. So it came out really well just because of the way they're dressed.
I like it. I like this. I like the smoke too. Let's see what I got here. Hey, that's Carrie.
Yep, that's Niles. He was helping her up.
Dude, that's a great shot. I like it.
Yeah, I love those close-up tight shots.
So this shot was from our first ever meetup in Northern California. MCS Mike, he came up. I went over. It was a field in Sacramento. The BLAP, which is Barrier Limited Ammo Paintball team, which ended up most of the members becoming ODNC, as well as the founding members of MagFed Legion. We all kind of came together, and they just played a little scrimmage against some of the players there. And I came up with my camera, took some pictures, and this was one of the first ones there. And so
that's gorgeous. That's actually like That would be like a great selling point for that gun or everything, or even the mask, or even an armadillo. You know what I'm saying? That is just like, that's amazing. That's so cool. Let's see.
So that's Al, and I can't remember the other person's name. They're part of. This was before they became ODNC.
Damn, this is cool. This is nice, nice, nice.
And so you can see my teammate in the corner. So this would make a great promo poster picture because you have a lot of area where you can put in text and other graphics.
Yep. No, this is perfect for Enola Gay. I can see down here. I can see there Enola Gay, and I almost didn't see him.
Right after this, we did a game called We do a Fog of War series, not quite annually, but almost annually, and we get about 500 paint grenades of all varying sizes, and we use them all up.
Wow, that is cool.
So this was the first day at of the OEW 7 where they played at West Coast Adventure Park, and it was raining the whole time. So
wow, this is
so you can see the raindrops as he's kind of charging through.
Okay, so what do? Do you have to compensate for like that kind of stuff when you're thinking about the weather and all that? Like I don't know what goes through your head. Okay,
so for me, I have a professional level camera. Professional level camera meaning that I can take a lot of pictures before the actual shutter mechanism breaks. As well, it's completely weather sealed. It's dust proof, fog proof. I can dunk it in water. I can actually literally wash my camera and lens under a tap.
What? Rudy, have you ever heard of such a thing? I think he's making this up.
There is semi-sealed cameras and lenses and stuff, but I would be scared.
It just depends on what level of camera. Like Olympus, they're professional line cameras. They're known for doing that, so I don't have any issues with it.
Yeah, I use Sony A9s, sporting cameras, event cameras.
That is amazing, dude. I didn't know. Hey, listen, you have a fan here, Jin. Kenneth Chrisman. You see Kenneth? Kenneth is 25th. My man, that'll be epic. What's on the 25th?
I think we're gonna play at a private field, the Marauders, in Watsonville.
Nice.
So the guy owns some land. He has his own compressor, everything, and it's just full-on hardcore woods ball.
Nice. Very, very cool. I like it. Hi, Christina. How you doing? There's what do you mean there's no money in the sport? I dumped tons of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but how many pictures have you actually bought?
Oh, you're calling him out. Kenneth, he called you out. Dude, Mad Fed Joker, how you doing, my brother? Hope everything is cool with you, brother. What do we have here? What is it? Nice hair fedora. Thank you very much. It's all one piece. The whole fedora hair, just everything comes off as one piece. Exactly. And it says, I like airsoft. That's cool. That's you know what? And actually, do you guys do that? Do you guys jump back and forth between airsoft and paintball as far as photography?
I play both, and I've taken pictures in airsoft, but airsoft BBs are more likely to crack your lens when they hit it.
Oh, dude. What about Rudy? What about you?
No, I've never done airsoft.
All right. They don't like to get dirty, Rudy. Okay. All right. Airsoft is so much better, bro. Okay. Well, thank you. I will grow up. Listen, my wife keeps on telling me to grow up, right? Dude, I'm 60 years old, and I have a brain like a 17-year-old. So I think it's called Peter Pan complex. Anyway, I'll grow up. Sure. All right. This guy takes no shots. Who's taking? What are you doing? I don't understand. Okay. Question: do you guys shoot in raw form? Does that mean with no clothes on?
So raw is an uncompressed file format where you can edit more for dynamic range, the shadows and the highlights. For paintball, I don't shoot. I just shoot it in high resolution JPEG. That's good enough because I'm not getting paid to go back and edit. So.
All right.
Yeah. For me, unless I'm doing a setup scene, a stage scene, I'll use raw at that point. But for most sports events and so on, where a lot of pictures involved, I'll always shoot in JPEG.
Nice. Very, very cool. All right. And hello, Teresa and Kenneth. Send me the link. All right. Send Kenneth the link. All right, cool. Is there too old in our sport? I think Jerry thinks that there's too old in our sport. I mean, we've got like kids doing jelly ball and Nerf at 8, 7, right? Then 10 is usually the registration or for the waivers. And then is there too old? I mean, if there's too old, then there's gonna be like a whole. If Kenneth, if Jerry ran the world, there would be like a big swath of paintballers that would be just out, not qualified to play. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, no. Once you reach, it's like Logan's Run. Once you reach a certain age, that's it. No more. Okay, you have no more to offer to our sport. Get out of here. So anyway. Well, I'm glad you don't run the world there. Okay. So let's look at some of Rudy's stuff. Hang on a second. Let me grab your thing here, Rudy. That didn't sound right. So one second. Let me do
Never too old.
I know exactly. Never too old to grab your thing. Hang on a second. Let me do this. All right. Let me just do this Chrome tab and all right. So Cartel Wars 3 Flickr, is that one? Who's that one?
That's mine.
Is that yours, Rudy? All right, cool. Yeah. Let me open that one. All right, so you guys can see this? Okay, so this was our Cartel Wars. I think it's mandatory that I'm in every picture. Hang on a second. All right. All right. There we go. Look at that. All right. So yeah, I'm actually asking this guy, are you traditional or do you have underwear? You know what I'm saying? Because there was a whole group of guys, and all these guys wore underwear. Not me, brother. I'm traditional.
Yeah, they're from San Diego. Nice guys.
There you go. These are the Assassins Alliance. Look at this, right? Dude, amazing, right? You see, look at this. This is what I'm trying to say is that, let's say that we didn't have cameras there, right? It would go by and that would be it. You guys are, again, you're not getting paid for this. You're coming out, you're hanging out with us. Nobody gives you water, drinks, anything.
Nope.
You're just like, I'm doing this. Let's do this kind of thing. Yeah. You're killing it, brother. Look at this. All right. Very, very nice. If you guys haven't been out to this park, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I like to get a lot of the event because I like to try to get the story all together, the main event and try to get the ending. That's what the story I like to try to put together. Usually I try to do a video, but I wasn't feeling too great this day, so I had to cut it a little short.
I didn't notice. What was up?
This sun got to me at the end.
Oh, dude. You and this guy here, Chung. Chung actually passed out, right?
Oh, he did. Wow.
Yeah, he actually passed away. We had to drag him off the field, give him ice. And because it was 85, but it was also hot 85 with no. There were the clouds, but they weren't over our heads.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was hot. It was hot. But if you guys have never played in San Luis Obispo, it's an amazing park. That's the Gladiator Paintball Park. And here's some of the guys that came in from Mexico. These guys here.
Really?
Yeah, they. So this is Eder. He's one of our promoters. So it's Eder, Chong, and Ivan are our three basically main West Coast promoters. And Eder does like back and forth between. I play with him all the time in Mexico, but we do back and forth between Mexico and LA. So he brought a big contingent with him. And I'm going to explain something about the Mexicans when I see you guys in a second. But hang on a second, with their playing style. But yeah, again, Rudy, you're look at this. You're just there, right? And you're hanging out, and you're getting these great shots. So thank you very much.
No problem.
Look at that. Look at that in the air. Hey.
Yeah.
Who was the one that shot that kid that was in the air too? I think he was like the first time player. He was coming around the corner. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? All right, I'll see if I can find that picture. All right, so let me do, so I don't get confused here. We did the pics on that. We did the Cartel Flickr here. And let me just do this one. Okay, cool. Let me go back on StreamYard. Okay, cool. All right, you guys. Okay, So, okay, just as far as the gameplay was concerned, the first, it was basically 1 hour games, and the last 5 minutes would be the no respawns. So it's respawn up until that point. So it's basically just, kick ass, kick ass, kick ass until that time. Now, the red team, it was pretty much divided between a lot of guys from Mexico or the border states that go back and forth, and some of the regular whatever. And the blue team was kind of not. They were like just a big mixture. So because I play in Mexico all the time, a lot of times how do I say this? Okay, so there's no rules in Mexico. there's no FPS. It's like the Wild West. It's kind of like it's crazy. It's just in a crazy environment, but it's so amazing, right? So waivers, I don't know. We don't need no stinking waivers. I mean, there's it's just crazy. Okay, it's an amazing time, but again, it's just crazy. So a lot of times what the Mexican players will do is they'll go not to the 50, but they'll bunker down. And because the balls are like first strikes in Mexico are going like this, pendejo, cabrón. They're screaming at you when they go by because there's no, they're not chronoed properly, right? So then a lot of times they'll bunker down. Well, that's what you saw what happened. If you guys saw the first game, did you see what happened? Where there was basically a wall of red, right? They were and they were screaming. The red guys were screaming, "We need more shields," and I was screaming back at them, "You need more confidence. Just get up there." And so I was running around the shields and just attacking, just going out, and that was pushing people forward. Okay, so you guys got these amazing shots of people doing action, and it wasn't so much on the Reds because they were stuck. So then when the game started progressing during the day, then people started getting more involved and that kind of stuff. But yeah, you guys have to be in the thick of things. You guys are not with telephoto lenses on the sidelines. You know what I'm saying? You guys are like in the mix, and you're getting whacked. Now, what do you guys use for head protection and body protection? Anything?
No, I get it a lot.
Okay, nothing needed, you guys, right? No head protection and
no, just the
regular
smog over my head to absorb the sweat.
Yep.
You guys are crazy. I'm telling you, you guys are crazy. All right.
But what's interesting? I'm sorry, but what's interesting about the story you just said is how you came around the shield.
Yeah.
I actually have pictures of you doing that.
Where are they? I thought it was only in my head. I thought it was only in that folder. Head. So you were there when that happened, right? There was some smoke coming up, and basically we were blocked off in that corner. We threw some smoke. I think it was purple or something, and there was like a sandbank. And I ran up on the left-hand side into the sandbank, into the smoke, and started shooting. And then my guys moved up, and I was like, "You guys, what? Where? Come." Okay. Anyway, so
if you go through that Flickr Cartel War 3, if you keep going down, you'll see it.
Okay, I will. Thank you. That's amazing. Bomb Squad is from Mexico. We got Salute from Mexico. Hey, Rudy, how's your Spanish?
None.
I know you told me that at the game. You told me that.
Put me on the spot, huh?
And don't ask Jin any questions in Korean because he won't be able to do that either, right? Right.
No, I speak Korean fluently.
I know. 감사합니다. Yeah, 안녕. How do you say hello?
Annyeong. Annyeong is the abbreviated, the hi.
Yeah, thanks. Hi. Annyeong, 감사합니다. Anyway, so how do you guys know where to go? How do you know? I mean, are you following the smoke? How do you know? I mean, it's just, to me, I'm in the middle, I'm running, so I'm in the thick of things all the time, right? And I'm not looking for you guys. I'm like, okay, there's Jin, there's Rudy. I'm just running, right? Okay. How do you guys know where you just post? Do you post up someplace and wait for the action to happen?
For me, I try to find who's the most aggressive player, who's always running down the lanes, who's trying to get around the shields. I try to look for those kind of people. If one team is just holding back, like you said, bunkered down, not doing anything, there's obviously not much to get there except for, a couple of little candid shots. But if you find a person, jumping, running, diving, that's what I look for.
What about you, Jin?
Yeah, you're going to get a lot of good shots of the people that are not the non-campers, right? The people that are just the running gunners. You can tell who they are. You know they're going to get good shots if you follow them, right?
Okay.
The hard part is like, yeah, I can follow them all day and get great shots, but that's all I'm going to get. So you have to kind of spread yourself out, try to get a little bit of everyone. Like that first half of the day, red team, it was hard to get good shots because they were just getting bunkered the whole time.
Right. Exactly.
So, and then when I shoot, there's people that know when I'm out there with my camera, so they'll come to the side that I'm on so that they get more pictures of themselves, which is smart.
Right. Well, listen, you guys, and again, take this as a, I guess, just take this as a lesson, right? I mean, you want some amazing pictures of yourself, do something amazing, right? Get out there and like, don't, listen, I'm not a shield guy. I don't even like shields. Just get out there and your body is a shield. I was using my body as a shield for the guys behind me. Get out there and absorb the hits. Go out there and take the shots and throw some smoke, do some crazy stuff like that. That's when you're going to get these amazing shots. It's an interesting thing because when you play in a big game like this and there's respawn, and then nobody does anything, everybody just like this. Well, it's probably very hard for you guys because you know what I'm saying, because like you can't tell the guy, hey, I'll pay you $50 to run. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. I would be bored if I was a photographer. I'd be like, okay, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go do like some nursery school or something, like, because nobody's doing anything.
You'll see in a series of pictures, I took a picture of a chair that's in the middle of the field, a folding chair, and it's just right there in the middle. I'm going, if I was an event promoter, I would have told the generals, you get 1 point per minute or so many, whatever points per second or per minute, just to sit there and get pelted.
Oh, dude!
And get both generals out there and see who can take it the most.
Dude, you're awesome. You know what?
Right?
I think I was watching. I hope you're paying attention. Okay, cool. Let me do this. Let me do share here, and let me do share here, and let me do Chrome. And which one I'm going to do? Facebook. Which one is this one? You guys tell me what this one is. Whose is this? Whose is this one?
That's mine.
That's Magdalene Lee's. Okay, cool. Yeah. So we have situations like this where the celebrity is just standing around going, what the fuck am I doing here again? Right? No. Wait, hang on a second. But you have, like, I'm on the stage and I'm waiting. But did you do anything to this picture? Did you like, because look at the sun's hitting me. You've got this amazing background. Did you actually do like, some work to it?
Nope, just straight out of camera.
Okay, I don't get it.
All the shots are straight out of camera with a few exceptions where I actually zoomed in or cropped it.
See, this is what I, again, they're like, I could pick up a guitar, and then there was Eddie Van Halen, or there was Prince. They were making it talk, right? I could pick up a camera, and my shots would look like probably that chair. You know what I'm saying? You have this ability to like look. Oh, and if you guys didn't have this is amazing. But right, so, and then check this out. I mean, you could do one of those. What is that food porn, right? Where people like they just love food so much that yeah, exactly. You are killing it, brother. This is amazing. Do we have any action shots in here?
Scroll down. This is all. It's chronological order, so.
Okay, cool. I need somebody jumping. Hang on a second. This guy coming at this guy? What's going on here? Is this? Oh no, that's whose ass is that? What, Rudy? Is that you?
No, that's not me.
Not you. Oh, that's the two brothers. That's the two brothers that are yeah.
Oh, right. The refs.
Yeah, the two refs.
Art.
Oh, look at this one. Hang on a second.
Hey,
no fear. Going through the smoke. Look how far they are behind me. Dudes, catch up. Dude, come on. I'm just throwing my body out there. All right, let's do that. And now look. Why didn't anybody follow me? I don't get this. Anyway, nice. All right. Hey, Rudy, you guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I can't tell you how much I want to thank both of you guys. Rudy, Jin, you guys are just killing it. Look at this. Come on. You guys, you need to pay these guys. I mean, at least, are you guys charging for your downloads?
No. I tried doing that. It wasn't worth the trouble.
Okay. What about watermarks? Are you putting that on there?
It would. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I did for this time, but I usually don't. I also upload to Flickr because it allows the users, whoever want their pictures, to actually pull out the full original photos so they can print as large as they want, you know?
Okay. All right. Now, do you guys have a stipulation not for commercial use?
In general, yes. If you're making a profit on it, let me know.
Wait, let you in on some of the change, or just let you know about it?
Usually, if it's for an event, I'll say, yeah, go ahead and use it. I've never said no to any of that. But if you're using it like, as an advertisement for the marker or the mask, yeah, you should be paying for the pictures.
Okay. Well, what about if it's like on the side of their building or something like that? I've seen that where Gary's.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
Okay. So, but you guys need to get photo credit for this. You know what I'm saying? I'm completely.
I mean,
go ahead.
It's all my name is in the exif files in the digital encoding on it, so I can track it. Like it's geotagged and the timestamp, and then it has the copyright with my name on it in the exif information when you look at the properties of the photos. So I could watermark it, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I don't care anymore. I mean, it's only a few extra seconds to do it and then to upload it that way, but.
All right.
I just want to get it out there as quickly as I can and forget about it.
Okay. Move on.
No, I'm with you. That's cool. All right, cool. What's this called? No, that's is that the MG? What is that? Or is that the Didam?
That's the MG100 with a couple CF20 mag.
Nice. Very, very cool. All right. Let me try this one here. Hope this is not the pictures of me in Vegas. No, that's not what. Okay. No, that is not it. Okay, cool. All right. Let me go back here and stop sharing. There we go. All right. Okay. Hang on a second. Let me just get, what do we have here? Krista, at Sherwood, I was watching a photographer literally in the middle of their first strike round firefight, and you can see blue paint all around him. It was amazing to watch. Have you guys been in such crazy situations?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was in the middle of the third game, just on the ground, just taking pictures. Because the closer you are, the better the picture you're going to get. I mean, because you can only zoom in so much.
Obviously. Jin is a master action photographer. Dude, listen, you and Kenneth need to get a room. Come on. Enough of this, all right? Okay, cool. All right. And then Kenneth, Word Reaper, small fee royalty. Yeah. So yeah, I think that I've seen a lot of Gary's work all over the world, and I ask them sometimes. Sometimes they'll crop off his watermark, and I'll go, "Did you get permission for this?" Oh, he knows. No. I was very flattered. I heard that there was okay, so you guys know the Russian Legion is, right? If you follow NXL or the Speedball world, Russian Legion, they're treated like an actual Olympic team. So like Ryan Greenspan, well, I'm not going to use him as an example, but some of the other people have to actually work for a living, and then they play in the NXL. Okay, the Russian Legion, that's all they do. They're like an Olympic team, and they have their own training facility. And in this training facility, when you're walking down the hallway, they have these big pictures. And Gary has a lot of pictures. One of the pictures is of me, of one of the things that Gary took or something like that. And I was I've been in a lot of media and stuff like that. For me to be in this like Hall of Fame of this, Olympic style thing with Gary's picture and his watermark and everything was just so amazing for me. Have you guys been in a situation where your stuff has been in magazines or on walls, or people have shown you, look what I've done, look what this thing is?
For me, a lot of on websites and stuff, some prints, magazines, but nothing big on the side of a building or anything. Not yet.
Okay, all right. Jim, what do you got?
Nah, I mean, I still see like the professional headshots I did for graduation that people are still using as their LinkedIn profile pics and stuff.
All right, that's cool.
But that's about it.
All right, that's cool. I like it. Okay, let's talk. Jen, you talked, or you guys touched on it, and now you guys are going to get all nerdy because I don't know anything about this shit. Okay, now, I know that Gary has, when he goes out there, he's got like 4 cameras with him, right? He's just like carrying he needs another person to carry his shit. He's got so much stuff, but he's got a smaller one for this and a longer one for this. And are you guys only 1 camera guys?
For paid work, yeah. No.
Okay, for paid work. So if you're going to a wedding, you got like a whole boatload of them?
You have a backup for everything.
Okay, I got it.
Like literally a backup for everything, because if one camera goes down, you still have to be able to take pictures.
Okay, I like it. What about you, Rudy?
I usually take 2 cameras with me.
But on the field, you take 2 cameras?
Most of the times, like I said, this time I didn't, but the other times I've taken both out there. One, I have a large telephoto. Got to get that reach, because, Gladiator Paintball Park is a huge park. And sometimes there's some good action going way across the field. So I like to use my big telephoto lens to go get that as well. And then I'll use my like an 85 or a 35 millimeter on my other cameras to get the nice close-ups, tight shots as well.
Okay. Again, I don't know anything about this. I know that there's Canon and Sony, or I don't know what the fuck their names are. Anyway, let's first start with the bodies, right? So the body alone can be super expensive because the body alone has a lot of. I mean, Gary's constantly buying like the latest one, and it has like digital this or that, or you have to download. It's almost like a computer, and that's the business. I'm in the computer business, so. It's like, what the fuck is like going, okay, so give us a price range of, if some of these people out here are watching, what would be kind of like something good that they're not going to go, shit, I got to take this back to Target. You know what I'm saying? What do we got for a body?
Go ahead, Jen.
So I use a camera that's over 10 years old, but it was top of the line when I had it. The body was about 1,500. The lens was 2,600. But I mean, it's discontinued and stuff. But I mean, I can still use it. So.
And it still gets you those amazing pictures.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't need Windows 11 then.
No. I mean, you just need it. A lot of it is if you're a paintball player, you know how to follow the action. You know where the action is going to happen. You know the scenario. You know where to be to get the shot, and you know which are the good players to follow to get the good shot. So if you do that, that's one thing. Me, I'm more technical than I am artistic. So like I've taken photography courses where I have a nice camera, and this kid would have a piece of shit point and shoot, and you do you go to the same place, take the same pictures. But then he just knelt down and took a picture a different way from a different point of view, and it's like, and then you share it. It's like, oh my god, that's amazing, and it's like you're like, what the fuck do I have compared to that, right?
Okay. So
some people just have naturally a better artistic eye.
The eye, you have the eye. Okay, that's what I said at the beginning of the show. But so even if I spent $8,500 on a camera, it still is not going to help me.
No. You'd be better off spending $8,500 and taking photography lessons and just going out and taking a lot of pictures.
Okay, cool. I got it.
But I mean, technology has gotten so far ahead that it will help, but you don't need that to get a good shot.
Okay.
It's very marginal gains in technology if you're using technology to improve your game. Like, it doesn't matter, if you had a $2,000 paintball gun versus someone who had a $200 paintball gun, the better player is going to do better.
Okay, 100%. I agree, 100%. All right, Rudy, what kind of body do you have? Can you stand up and show us?
Kind of round, yeah. I usually carry either an A9. This time I didn't take it out.
Hang on a second.
I'm sorry.
I don't know anything about A9. It's a Sony A9?
Yeah. I didn't take it out this time, but what I took out this time was my Sony A7 III and the Sony A6600. A6600, yeah.
Okay, and that's just the body. And again, is it this year's model, or is 10 years old like Jin's?
It's not 10 years old. The Sony 3 is probably about 3 years old, and the A6600 is probably about 2 or 3 years old as well.
Okay, so now I saw Jin out there. He had like this black hood over this thing, and he was holding this like, and it went pop. Is that how old your camera is, Jin? Like,
no. He has a nice setup.
Everybody had to hold still for a minute, like, so we can get it done. All right. But Jin, do you have the ability on your 10-year-old camera to hold it down and do like,
Yeah, I can do like 12 shots a second. It's just I don't want to sit there and weed through it. Like if I want to get that paintball splatter off the wall and like the actual, paintball coming out of the barrel, stuff like that, yeah, I can switch over and just do high speed. But you're trying to get one shot. I can take more shots of other things by not focusing on trying to get that one magic moment.
Nice. I like it. Okay, cool. Okay, so Rudy, how much did your body cost? I mean, because you looks like you ate a lot of In-N-Out burgers.
Yeah, it's actually if I lose weight, I'll be losing money, right? So
exactly. Exactly. All right. So what are the bodies?
The bodies ain't too bad. Let's see, the A9 brand new is about 4,000 ish.
I'm sorry. Did you just wait? I'm sorry. Did you just hiccup? What did you just say?
Well, I mean, when it's brand new, it's about 4,000.
$4,000?
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of old now, so it's probably you can get it used
but
for.
Still, at the time, you spent $4,000 just for the body, not the lens.
My wife did. I'm just kidding.
Listen though, that's still a commitment. That's still someone saying, "Okay, I'm in. I want to." Jesus Christ, I'm trying to think what I can buy for. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
you gotta remember, I just don't do paintball. I do other.
I know. What about the other body?
Yeah, the bodies that I took on the field, the A7 III is about $2,000, and the 6600 I think is about 1,200.
Okay, cool. All right. How many bodies do you have in your basement? I'm sorry, Jin. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm joking. How many bodies do you have, Jin?
I have 3.
Okay,
they're all
cool.
much older.
Do you have guys? Okay, so when you go out, is this like, you have your A, B, and C that you grab?
Typically, what you do is you pick a wide-angle lens and then a long lens. That can zoom, then you can do a little bit of everything. Or you can do like single focal length lenses, which they don't zoom, but they're like brighter, more wide open, which gives you the creamier, like the fully blown out. I mean, blurry background.
Right.
So their lenses are much smaller, but you have to switch lenses, or have them on different bodies. So for like a wedding, you would have like 3 bodies or 2 bodies and do that kind of pictures, or you would do 2 bodies with one wide zoom and a long zoom. But with paintball, you only need the long zoom. If you want the wide zoom, it's more of that walk around stuff, or you really need to get really close to someone to get good pictures. So I don't need to carry 2. I'll just do the zoom and find the right spot. I call it sneaker zoom. You use your feet to zoom in and out to get to where you need to be.
I like it. Dude, look at Christina. My Nikon was almost 1,000 with nothing else, just the camera. Is that about right?
Yep.
Yeah?
Mid-entry level.
Yeah.
Mid-entry, and then okay, so then I want to go with the lens on that. How much does the lens cost?
Double or triple that.
Yeah, depending on what you want.
The bodies will depreciate like cars. The minute you open it up, it drops in price like crazy. The lenses hold their value. They'll maintain 2/3 to 3/4 of their value for the lifetime of the lens.
Is that because there's technology involved in the bodies and people want?
It's just there's always going to be a newer body, but a new lens comes around of the variations, maybe 5 or 10 years down the road, where there's a new body every year.
Oh, dude. Okay. So, and is there a place where people can buy like used equipment or something just to get started?
Yeah, there's a lot of places. Most people. So if you want to, Canon is the easiest to get used lenses, because there's always people just buying new, and just you can get them
There's a ton
used
of
all the
them.
time. And you're looking for what you call L lenses, which are more the professional quality lenses.
Okay.
And so you can find them cheaper that way on Facebook, on Craigslist. So Canon is easy. A lot more people have Canon has a larger market share, so that's the way to go if you're a beginning photographer. But if as a beginning photographer, just go with whatever body and lenses that most of your friends have, so you can borrow lenses.
See that? That's another cool thing. All right.
Yeah, I actually came from Canon, and I had the 7D, and then I got the 7D Mark II, and for paintball, matched up with that 70 to 200 lens 2.8. That was an amazing camera and lens for paintball, I thought. Also for portrait photography as well. But it's just
Got it. No, hang on a second. So you guys know who Eder is, right? I just told you about the Mexican group and everything like this. So he says hello. Hey, Eder, what's going on, brother, man? We see you over there. And hang on one second. We have Reaper asked them if they want to come to Operation N-Ward. That's going to be in September, and that's going to be by Giant San Diego on the Indian Reservation. It's going to be a great event. I think if I can make it, if I'm in town, I think I'm going to go down there. And you know what? Go for the event and stop by the casino, and then Verona Casino. There's a restaurant. They have a soup restaurant, and they have lobster bisque. I would drive there just for the lobster bisque. This place was amazing. Anyway, no, but go check it out, and it's amazing. Hey, we have a troll. This guy keeps on. You know what? How do you block somebody? Because this guy just won't leave me alone. He just keeps on he's such a troll, right? Anyway, you know what? His ears must have been burning, dude. That's all we're doing is we've been talking about you the whole night. Anyway, and also we had your camera in my intro. You got to watch the intro again. Your camera comes up and everything like that. Anyway, that's Gary Baum, ladies and gentlemen. That's the guy we've been talking about the whole night. Okay, so I get an entry level camera. I'm going to spend $1,500 maybe. Hang on a second. I use one of those Barbie point and shoot. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sure you do.
Yeah, sure you do. Right. And then you woke up. Anyway, I get an entry level camera. And again, you guys, I can't reemphasize this enough. It's the eye. You guys whether it's portrait photography, which you guys both do, or whether it's paintball photography, you see things that the average person doesn't see. You go, oh, look at that. Look at that. That's gonna. Now again, does that just? How do I say this? Again, okay. How about this? Let me put it to you this way. Ready? If I see a kid and his name is Hans and he's from Austria and he plays the violin, and I would say yes, he has a long history of Mozart and Beethoven. You know what I'm saying? That kind of Then I see an Asian kid playing the piano or whatever, and I'm going to say he has a tiger mom, and he's being forced to play it 12 hours a day, right? So on one hand, I feel maybe it comes naturally. On the other hand, I feel it's been whatever. Did you guys have it from the beginning that you had this ability to look at things and go, that's going to make a great shot? Because if you look at your pictures, both of you guys, and Gary's too, I wouldn't even know where to start. Do you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even know what to do. So do you feel you just have a talent for this thing?
When I first picked up a camera, like a real, entry-level camera, and started taking pictures, people were commenting on my pictures, and they're telling me, hey, that's a pretty good shot, you should keep trying it, doing it more, and that's basically what got me really interested. So I don't like to say, oh yeah, I have a great eye, and I don't do that. Just when people are happy with what I do, that just inspires me. So
but it's about lighting, and it's about that golden hour, and it's about all that thing that you guys will learn by practicing and doing it and that kind of stuff, right? I understand.
Absolutely.
But this first time kid's going to go out there with the camera. and he's going to go, fuck this. Like, I mean, how can I match Rudy, Jin, or Gary? I can't, right? What would you tell them?
Take more pictures.
Yeah, you just got to do it.
And don't give up. But I mean,
it's kind of like speedball, accuracy by volume.
Okay, should they take a class?
Yes. But first, what you want, there's people with raw talent, like just a natural ability to see things differently. Right. They're just going to have a different advantage because you can teach them the technical skills to make their photography better. But if you don't have that, teaching him the artistic skills is a much harder thing. Do you see? You get what I'm saying? Like, no, I can teach someone who's artistic some of the technical stuff. Some people, they'll never get it. They just all the technical stuff is beyond them. But you can teach them a little bit to make their photography significantly better. You can teach someone who that knows the technical stuff, some of the artistic stuff, but it's gonna look forced. It will always look forced because they're just not naturally seeing things that way. I mean, there's something called the rule of thirds, where you put the eye or the person in a third of the frame, kind of like you draw like a grid, and that's where the eye or the body should be. There's lighting, things called like Rembrandt lighting, cross lighting, knowing that, right? So,
dude, I'm taking notes. Can you slow down? Third. I'm just joking. Dude, you're killing me. Wait, Gary, hang on a second. Gary says it's all about patterns. I've been doing this longer than anyone. Okay, what does that mean, patterns?
So if the more you do something, you'll know how to do it better because you've done it better. So like I'm the sniper on our team. I know what reticle to use at what distance. So I know if your head lines up between these two reticles on this, or I see you at a certain distance, I know approximate yardage. I know which reticle to use, right? And so that's the pattern that I look for. I also know that you're a right-hander, you're going to pop out at a certain spot, or you like to switch up, right? Knowing those things. Same thing with the photography, being ready for those actions to happen. Also, developing a shot set. Like for wedding, if you do a few weddings, it becomes pretty easy because there's a recipe. There's certain shots you absolutely have to get. And then the rest is just bonus stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. How do I say this? I'm always trying to go to the least to make it the easiest possible. You know, keep it simple, stupid, that kind of thing. And so I'm always trying to say, listen, if we had a point and shoot camera out there that anybody could use, it just wouldn't be the same thing. There is just how do I say that? I used to build websites back in the day when you had to do it by hand. I coded HTML, right? And I would code HTML, but I wasn't an artist. I was an architect, and then I would give them this template and say fill in the blanks, and that's where I would see the same thing with photography. Like you said, there's people who could do technical stuff. And there's people who can do wow, if I had the camera, I could do this. I see that. And that's what I'm trying to say is that even like what Gary's posting now is he says he's a freak of nature. He's never taken any photography classes, but now I have taught several. Okay. So what's interesting to me is it that thing about what the 10,000 hour rule? You know what I'm saying? To be an expert, to have 10,000 hour? Or can a technical person will he always be a technical person?
Technical person will get better, but it'll look forced versus someone who's naturally artistic.
I got it. Rudy, what do you think?
Well, I'm with Gary. I never took a photography class. I just kept driving myself to learn different ways. I'm into big flash photography because around here a lot of photographers do not use flash photography. And doing that gives me an edge on everybody else. And it also looks, I'm sorry to say this, but it looks badass. I mean, if you do it correctly with the right lighting and everything else, you're going to give the clients pictures that they haven't seen around here. You can bring out colors on the sunset instead of being all bleached out white. You know, you can do so much. And I like to do things differently. I don't follow rules. I don't follow the rules of third or anything like that. I want to be an artist. I want to create something that you haven't seen.
Okay, so we have a beach scene. The sun's coming down. It's the golden hour, and you're still using a flash, right? And that flash is
You actually want to use a flash or a reflector.
okay during golden hour, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because otherwise, you're going to be exposing for the background to see the beautiful sunset, but your model's face and body is going to be completely dark.
Got it.
I mean,
So
yeah,
you
you can have a high-end camera, and I can edit it so that I can get the shadows to come out lighter with the nicer $5,000 camera body. But I could buy a $200 flash, fill in the flash, and do everything on the first shot without having to edit.
Wow, that's cool.
So basically, you use your camera to expose the background, and you use the flash to expose your clients. So that way you
I
have
hope
the
you
best-
guys. Listen, you guys watching the show. I hope you guys are writing this stuff down. These guys are just like they're bleeding secrets here. All right. Hey, Ivan, we've been talking about you too. Amazing events that you did. Watch from the beginning of the show. We're showing some of the great pictures these two guys were doing. It's just it was an amazing event. We all got beat up, and we really enjoyed it. Okay, cool. Exposed. What? Ivan's exposed? What? Exposed? Me? What? Me? Ivan? Yeah, exactly.
Good night, Ivan.
All right. Okay, so we've got the camera body, we've got the lens. It's all digital, obviously. Now, are you guys using Photoshop or anything else like that?
I do.
I used to. I don't pay for the membership stuff, so I use the basic version of Lightroom and do everything on an iPad.
So Lightroom, right?
Yeah, so I use the free version of Lightroom on an iPad. Before I stopped paying for it about 2 years ago because I don't do enough to write it off. I mean, I could still write it off, but I don't. It's just not worth the hassle. And so I had everything on the iPad, so it's 4:3. So all my pictures will be full screen on the iPad.
So you both are using iPads, and what do you have, a stylist in there? What's that, Rudy? A stylist?
The Apple Pencil. It just helps with a lot of things.
You guys are using an iPad and a stylus to edit your pictures?
I edit my videos on the iPad as well because it's actually faster than the fastest computer I have. Because to actually render 1 minute, one minute video takes 1 minute on the iPad versus to render 4K video 1 minute would take 5 minutes on my computer.
I don't understand. I've got the best video card. I've got 20 gigabytes of RAM on it. I mean, I'm like, like this. And you're telling me that the iPad is your go-to?
Yep.
It's great for events. It's easy to put in your backpack to take everywhere. And like I said, I have a terabyte hard drive attached to it, so I can dump all my photos on there or put it on the cloud and then edit it from the iPad or on my computer, wherever. It's a great system. Dude,
you guys are killing it. You guys out there, right? I mean, you guys are trying to spend all that money on all this stuff. Hit these guys up. Listen, they're giving all the secrets away on the show, but hit them up as well. I'm sure they're willing to talk to you. If you guys are any some struggling photographer or a beginning photographer, hit these guys up. I'm sure they'd love to talk to you.
Yeah. If anyone wants to know different marketing techniques to start making money as a side gig, there's a lot of different things you can do. Doing like a headshot day for like out of your garage, put a studio in your garage, do senior portrait headshots, but do it for basically for free. And then, but the thing is, you have to bring your parents there. While your parents come in, they sign the little waiver. You do or I do it for $20. So you get your Facebook profile, Instagram profile. I give you a nice headshot, and then while they're there, the parents will see your album and go, "Oh wow, these are really nice shots that you can do for senior portraits." You've already marked. Now they know you already, and they're here for a cheap, 3-shot thing on a disc, right? That they're going to use for their profile pic. You do that, they know you. Now they're going to pay you, $100, $200 to do senior portraits, really nice portraits, or other events. That's an easy one. Different businesses, real estate photography is not too hard. It's just finding a real estate agent that you can just kind of get in with, and it's just you learn the basics. That's pretty easy, and you make a few $100s per house you go to, and you're just quick. You're in and out. 10 minutes, you're in the house. You take a bunch of setup pics. If it's staging is required, you charge them more, but it's pretty quick, pretty simple.
Dude, that's amazing. All right, Rudy, what are you doing over there? You said you do wedding photography too?
I do. Yeah, all sorts of. I do sports. I do weddings, quinceañeras, portraits, corporate portraits. Yeah, I cover a lot of it for photography. And
All
like I said,
right.
I have a whole class set up so I can do really nice portraits.
And you use that thing behind you, right? That looks like one of those things for when
Yep.
I'm in third grade, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Looks
This
like,
I use it for the corporate portraits.
dude, Gary Baum, spend as much money as possible on camera gear to get the best equipment possible. Buying good lenses is much more important than the camera body, and
Yep.
shoot as many pictures and as events as possible. You guys agree or disagree or what?
I
On the
do.
lens and it's shooting as much as possible.
But not to
But
spend as much money on the camera gear?
no, because the technology changes too fast.
Okay. All right.
I'm a big advocate for buying expensive lenses. Good glass
Yeah.
rules over camera bodies any day.
Okay.
When
Must
in
be willing
doubt, get a used body and like a cheaper body and a better lens.
Yep.
must be willing to get shot a lot. A photographer will get shot more than a player, an average player probably, right? Hey,
On
Cheryl.
Saturday I did.
You need to learn to ignore the paintball hits and concentrate on photography. You cannot be afraid of being shot or having your camera damaged. Is that true, you guys?
Yeah, I don't care.
You know,
I mean, I
no?
do,
Yeah.
but
I mean, I'm not trying to shy away from it. Like you said, the one of you coming around the bank, around the players, there's a lot of crossfire going in.
Right.
And I took a couple of first strikes in the thigh and in the back, and I think I got one in my head.
Okay.
But, I'm not going to lie. I turned. It hurt. But, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep going back out and taking those shots. But, yeah.
Now, is there a protective covering you can put on the front of the lens? So you'll have basically two lenses?
Yeah, you can put a UV filter on.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you filter and that'll protect it hopefully from a paintball?
most of the time it will. If you get a good high quality filter that's a high density, it won't break, it won't shatter. Plus, it won't, it'll let all the light in, so it's good. But like my UV filter for 77 millimeter lens is $130 just for the filter.
Whoa. Okay, I understand. I got it. Okay.
Like I would use but then I don't use it for paintball because if it shatters, then the particles of glass will scratch the actual lens of the camera. So
Okay.
I'd rather have the paintball, whatever, just hit the lens and break and put a smudge on the coating than actually put a scratch from glass particles actually hitting the inside of the lens. So I learned that from other people that you don't put the lenses on. Mostly airsoft photographers, because airsoft BBs, because they're so much smaller, hitting a smaller space, they almost always shatter the UV filters.
Wow. Okay. Dude, I didn't know that. That's amazing. When Living Legends was still at CPX, do you guys remember that? Okay, so CPX is in Chicago, and that's where Living Legends started before they started going on a road tour. And so one of the last Living Legends that they did, this girl went out there, and they always had the final battle with the slapstick. You know what I'm talking about? There's like the slapstick, and guys would run in the air, and there would be these they would do that on purpose to get these great shots, right? Okay, so this girl, she stood in the middle or sat in the middle of this hill, getting beat up basically, and her whole camera got destroyed. And then she was trying to charge the promoter for her camera, and everybody's like, "We didn't ask you to go out there, right?" It's like, what the hell, like this. You guys also the same thing. If you guys are doing this like Ivan or Gary or Jin, this is at your own risk. If you're going to spend, $4,000 or $5,000 for your camera, this is at your own risk. So always remember that you are going above and beyond to help us promote our sport, but it can cost you. It can cost you a lot. So just make sure. Gary says, I always use filters because shooting paintball takes place in some very dirty, gritty environments. Yeah? You guys in with this? And
That's true. Gary knows.
As a result, very frequent lens cleaning are required due to paint and dirty splatters. I use a filter to protect the lens from the frequent cleanings, not paintball hits. I would much rather scratch a $50 filter than a front element of a $2,000 lens. All right, what's up with that?
It's true but the thing is, if your filter shatters, Like the thing is, I take also airsoft photos when I go play airsoft. So if it shatters, that's particles of glass hitting your lens, which is guaranteed deep gouges and scratches. That's guaranteed.
Got it.
Versus it having a smudge on the coating, which you can still use the lens. I mean,
Got it.
most like the lenses that I take out, I'm okay with it. I'm not going to take out a brand new lens for something like that, especially if I'm still doing wedding photography. I don't do that anymore. A lot of other, like I said, for me, photography was always a hobby that paid for itself. So, someone wants to do headshots. I would charge them what I think I would need for the next upgrade I want to do.
That's cool.
Like I did like a whole class graduation photo. They liked me so much that the next graduating class asked me to do the same thing because they found out the sitting fee was $20 a person, and the school pays for all of that. You don't get anything except these little, things that you have to order, these outrageous packages. So I told them, I will do $100 per person for everything, as long as you have a minimum this percentage of the class, and I will photo edit it. I'll edit it down for the printer profiles for the local Costco. So you can print it at the Costco, or if you want better quality photos, you can do it through Bay Photo, which is a higher end online printing service.
Right.
So now that gives me $2,000. I can buy a new lens with that.
Dude, I mean, I know. Do you know how to spell entrepreneur? Because, brother man, I love how you work. Dude, you're amazing. All right.
I mean, weddings are great. They're a lot of stress, but you can make as low as $1,000 if you want to be cheap, as much as $5,000 for a single wedding.
Dude, all right. Now Sherilyn asked. Actually, she brought up a good point here. I know a few photographers who insure their camera. Do you guys do that?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so how do you insure a camera? What do you do?
So as long as you're not doing it professionally, if you have homeowners insurance or renters insurance, like through State Farm, like professional meaning this is your livelihood, right? And then they can track that you're using it for professional liability instead of actual, I'm just a hobbyist. Like if you're doing it as a side gig, you're still a hobbyist. You have a real job that pays the bills. Then you can do something called a rider on your homeowner's insurance or renter's insurance. And that's about $100 per year for $10,000 worth of coverage. No deductible. So you just tell them you lost it, it broke, send them a receipt or a police report, and they send you out a check for the entire amount that you asked for.
Okay, so do they send a inspector out to look at your camera and then they go, or do you now have two cameras?
Usually they don't. I mean, because I work through my State Farm agent. And so when I lost my camera, like I initially look for insurance when I traveled abroad, because if I get robbed, I'll just take the memory card. I'll just take it. I'm not gonna fight you. Just take it, right? I don't care. It's insured, right? Let me just keep my photos, right? And then once I found out how cheap it was, I said, yeah, I'm just gonna keep it. But if you're doing professional liability, then it's significantly more, because the more you're using it, the more you're out there, the more likely you're gonna get it broken or stolen or whatnot. So it costs more if you actually use it for professional stuff. But for everyone else, if you have renters or homeowners insurance, that's how you want to start.
Add it on. Yeah.
What you got? You got the same thing, Rudy?
Yes, of course. It's the best way I did it, because photography is not my first job. I'm actually a process engineer, and so that brings some of the bacon for me. Most of these jobs I do, there are paid events, but a lot of I sponsor. I'm not sponsor. I give my time to people who just want to have photos. People that can't afford to get a big photographer, but they like my work. So a lot of times I say, hey, you know what, just whatever, don't worry about it, I'll give you my time.
All right, dude, that was a great question. I didn't even think about insurance. Gary said camera insurance and CPS Pro membership is essential. CPS Can Professional Services. You guys familiar with that?
Yeah, so every major brand has their own professional service thing. So it's a membership that you pay into. So if something happens, they get you a replacement camera, or you get priority on the fixing or lens cleaning.
Or replacements until your stuff gets fixed.
Is that a local thing, or do you guys have to send it in?
It's a national thing and an international thing. It's all camera brand dependent. So each camera brand has their own professional service system.
I mean, but can you drive down to? Can you drive to like a Brentwood and get it fixed or something? Or I mean, how does it work?
There's repair centers. There's authorized repair centers. There's a lot less of them now versus like 5 to 10 years ago. I mean, there used to be like there's places where I can just drive up and drop it off, and then I can pick it up the next day, but not anymore. I have to actually mail it out now.
Yeah, mine's in LA.
Yeah, I live in Los Angeles, right? So I mean, there's got to be like cameras and whatever. So, the most common question I'm asked is how to protect your camera in paintball. My answer is quite simple. If you are asking this question, you should not shoot paintball. Okay, that's good. And Gary's got his local. He does local for Gary. He does a local thing for him. Okay, so we got the body, we got the lens. We're out there. We've hit up Jin, Gary, or Rudy to ask us about the golden hour, the eye, all this kind of stuff. I'm going to say to you guys, we need you. We need more paintball photographers. Back in the day when I first started in 2008, we had a lot of them, and then we had a lot of magazines, and we had a lot of there was a lot of stuff. This was just when the internet was our social media was just was boiling. It was just about to pop, right? We had YouTube and that kind of stuff. But these video photographers, or these photographers in general, can actually make or break a lot of our events. They can, people can go, wow, look at that. Or if you guys did a quick 3, like what Ivan does, basically. You can basically just do like a 1, 2, 3 minute video, quick cut, and people are like, wow, that looks like an exciting event. I want to do that, right? Okay. But again, it all has to do with the media. And if we don't have enough people picking up cameras, it's just these guys can't be everywhere. So I need you guys to do that. I need you guys to get cameras, to get out there and do it. Just try it. Just see if you like it, kind of thing. A lot of times the fields will give you maybe free entrance as an exchange or that kind of. There's a lot of things you guys can do. The fields want it also. They want exposure. Everybody wants again, what Jin said, there's no money in our sport. So we're all doing trades, basically. We're all doing let's help each other out kind of thing. So you guys pick up a camera and start doing this. All right. Now Rudy has a fan. Alex. There you go, Alex.
Hey, Alex.
Okay. And one of my young guns asked Zach Arbuckle how to get into paintball tournament. He said his first piece of advice was don't.
Ooh.
Wah, wah, wah. Zach is he has this odd sense of humor, and hopefully that was part of his odd sense of humor, because that's not a good piece of advice to give a kid. All right. Paintball photographers are amazing people who keep our sport going. Yeah, right? I'm telling you. I encourage people to always try new things, new angles, tell a story. That's Ivan. Okay, guys, so is there anything we left out? Anything you guys want to say?
So I was telling you before, a way to actually grow paintball photography would be to have scenario events to highlight in their publicity for the event, highlight the photographers that are going to be there, show links to their portfolio, and then instead of them just being out there just randomly shooting, you, like I was saying, $10, right? I'll follow you for 10 minutes. Whether you make an action shot or not, I'll follow you for 10 minutes. And if I see you while I'm out there, I'll make sure I focus a little bit extra on you. But I will literally follow you at a specific time. You sign up on my sheet. I get 4 people in an hour, and I make $40 an hour. Right? That's easy.
Perfect.
And then I give you high resolution photos of all the pictures I took of you. That's easy. So, why wouldn't that's totally affordable. Anyone do that? Even $20, right? For something good.
You guys, you could stage your shot. You could be like Wolf. I'm sorry, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. You could I'm just joking, Wolf. You can stage your shots where you could jump through smoke and you'll take those pictures and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
You guys, listen, 10 minutes. Be creative, right? What is that me? What am I doing?
That is you.
Oh, throwing smoke, right? All right.
Yes,
dude,
sir.
I gotta get all these, you guys, I gotta get all these pictures. Gary said that's a good idea for you guys to do that. Listen, I think that's a fantastic idea. Don't you tell me, can I invest more? Can I do 20, 30? Can I block off the time?
That's what I'm saying. If someone said, I want to hire you to follow me, I'll do that. I mean, I did that at Cartel Wars 1, where I followed this team and their guys, and I think what I asked them for like $20 and a couple of Red Bulls.
Yeah, buy me a burrito.
Right? And then I put my phone on a gimbal and I followed them around and just got amazing follow shots of them.
Yeah. You guys, listen. Think about that. You guys go out there and play and you're hoping you're going to get shot. Well, I mean, digitally. You hope you're going to get shot digitally. But now the photographers are saying, hey, pay us and we'll make sure it happens. And then you guys can get together with your whole team and get these team shots. Have you ever seen the team shot that Gary does where it's a fisheye lens where everybody's around? That kind of thing. I mean, you can get a portrait of your team. You can do these stage shots with all the teams jumping through the smoke at the same time. Write these ideas down before you go to the next event. Find these photographers, and say, hey, let's do this. So we need more media, guys. We need more people out there doing this work. And we're lucky to have you guys on the West Coast. Well, anybody else you would know that's a West Coast photographer?
Well, Stephanie goes out there too. She does a great job.
Stephanie in Arizona, though? Or she's still in the West or in Los Angeles?
I think she said she was in LA.
Okay, cool. So we have Stephanie too.
Yeah, she does a great job, and she's actually right in the middle of the action. She's pretty amazing.
Okay, cool. We've got Stephanie's great, and we've got Ivan. He's doing photography too, but he's promoting as well. I'm talking about people who are kind of like dedicating it towards. You know what I'm saying? Stephanie dedicates herself to the games. You guys do that as well. But again, look at you guys are scratching your beard and your head for who else does it, right? So we have. Stretch. What about Stretch Paintball? Or with MagFed Stretch? Does he do it? Or you guys don't even know? You see that I'm saying? I don't need. I need everybody to be on the same page. Go, yeah. So
yeah, everyone brings out their iPhone.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want that. I want people to come out and go like, yeah. And so again, like you guys got the invitation to go down to Edder's event, is because he sees your work and he's like, yeah, let's come on. So anyway. 1904 photography. They're out of the West Coast as well, maybe? Okay, cool. I know there's one that's called something issues. This guy, and again, I don't know if they come and go or whatever, but you guys showed up for the event. That's why you guys are here. Stephanie as well. I'm saying this is what we need. Actually, Carrie brought her own photographer. She brought her significant other came out, and she was her photographer there too. So, and I did see other relatives and or spouses taking pictures too, but they were kind of timid. You know what I'm saying? They're not they're not photographers. You know what I'm saying?
There is definitely more people taking pictures this year than other years.
Right. So okay. So any last parting shots? You see what I just said there? See what I did there? Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I got a shot for you, David. Why don't you follow me on Instagram?
I don't follow I don't follow anybody on Instagram. I know I follow like 3 people because I don't use it properly. I have 3,000. Listen, I'm going to tell you. You want to know something? Okay, don't tell anybody else. Okay, I know it's just us watching. Ready? Okay. So we have our celebrities out there, right? Whoever they are in the paintball world. And if you notice, some of them have like 40,000, 50,000 followers and that. Do you know you can buy those things, right? You know that this is not true. I mean, if this was a marshmallow and you added water, it would be wah. Okay, I have 3,000 people on Instagram. That's it. I mean, not that I stop it, but that's just, it's organic, right? I think I follow 4 people, 5 people. One of them was my daughter, right? Okay. And I know that if you follow, the more people you follow, the more I don't give a fuck. People that follow me. And the same thing with Facebook. I'm using my personal page and not a business page, so I'm stuck at 5,000. I don't care. People come out to the events if I'm on whatever, okay? I don't look at that social media as maybe you guys do. Okay, Rudy, I'll start following you if it's going to make you sleep at night. All right. Okay.
It will.
But it's nothing personal. I just don't really follow anybody. So it's like, I'm happy when people follow me, but that's it. Okay, so yes, parting shots, Rudy. What do you got for parting shots for us about photography, whatever?
just that one thing about that kid saying, just if you have an interest in something, just go for it. Don't let people say, oh, you can't do that, or you're too small, or you're too whatever. Just if you love photography, if you love anything you want, just do it.
Yeah.
Don't limit yourself. Don't ever limit yourself.
Cool. I like it. Jin, do you have any
Yep.
more financial advice for us?
I don't know. You name it, I could brainstorm for you. But
Here's Jin. He's making it rain. With all the
there are ways to make photography, but don't undervalue yourself. Make money in photography. Just don't undervalue yourself. Don't do things that are not going to be paid. Don't do things for free unless you're getting something out of it and because you want to do it, right? I do paintball photography. I mean, I wanted to make a little bit of money on the side to pay for upgrades and stuff like that. I realized really quickly that's not going to happen. Most people are too cheap. I mean, you'll pay all that money to go to an event and do stuff, but that extra money to pay $5 for a single picture or $2, whatever it is, most people don't. They'll just assume, oh, I'll just crop, whatever. I'll use the low resolution image and use it on my Facebook because you don't print, right? You just use it on your social media. If you can recognize yourself, that's good enough. But some of the pictures that we take, you could blow it up to a nice wall picture and it could look amazing, right? You could make a publicity photo and it would be amazing, which is why I take more of like the scenery with all the smoke everywhere so that I can put text on there so that we could use it for publicity. And when I go to events, like I took the snack booth, the food, right? Because this is something that the field owner is going to want, that not everyone's going to take a picture of, right?
Exactly.
Because I want them to appreciate what we do while we're there, right? And hopefully, when I come, I can negotiate with some fields where I'll take pictures for half day. Let me play the second half of the day, or the next day, kind of stuff. And so there are ways to get tangible benefits, but do it because you want to do it. And if you're not making money on it, well, at least use it as a learning experience.
Okay, dude, I like it. Gary says, "Don't work for exposure bucks." What is that?
Don't work for free.
Okay, don't work for free. I like it. All right. And Sherilyn said, "I've paid for a picture that I still use my watermark." Yeah, amazing. Okay, you guys, listen. You guys killed it. Thank you very much. I need you to hire these guys. Okay, I need you to hire photographers. I need more paintball pictures out there. I feel that. Okay, I've only been playing since 2008. Gary's been in the business since the beginning. You guys have been for a long time. And you know that our paintball world is like this, right? Like sometimes there's such a heat on us that people are just like crazy. Wait a minute. Do you want to see what I see? Hang on a second. Ready? Are you guys sitting down?
Oh, wow. And burritos?
Burritos. His mom will make you some food. Listen, they have they make amazing Mexican food when they're out there. Believe me, I'm telling you. This is as close as you're going to get to Mexican and Mexico. Yeah. These guys, Eder is amazing, right? His mom plays paintball. I think she's my age, and we chase each other with shotguns, right? Okay, you guys. Listen, I think it'd be more advantageous for Rudy because he's like halfway there already, where Jin is almost like in San Francisco. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Listen, maybe you want to. Maybe you want to. If Ivan comes, maybe you guys can carpool together or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what? I think it's a possibility.
Or how about this? How about this? I don't know if it's a 1 day or 2 day, but maybe we should all get a hotel together, right? And we can spend the night on Saturday, and we can get 1 bedroom and a bed, and we can all spoon. And I'm just joking.
Sport.
Sport. Exactly. Listen, Ivan said he's down. You know what? If I'm going to be around in September for that, maybe we should all do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Eder, send me some information. I'll definitely consider it.
All right. It could be something cool. All right. I'm not excluding you, Jin. I just know that it's double the amount to get. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I may go depending on the rest of the team. So if most of MagFed Legion goes, I'll go to support the team. So
there you go. All right, Eder, we're doing. Listen, what is it? It says cash, and it's 2 days. Fuck. It's a 2-day event, and they pay cat. Hey, is
Send
that
me
not
information.
convincing or what? Dude,
Send
is
me
that not?
information.
We can go on a Saturday. We'll drive up there, right? We'll maybe go to the Morongo or I don't know, get some of that lobster bisque. Come on, I'm in. All right. Anyway, I'll leave it. Listen, that's what my show's about, right? Kumbaya, get everybody together, make sure this stuff works. Okay, you guys. So listen, when besides this event, when are we going to see you guys next? You guys got something coming up? You guys want to promote?
I think Ivan told me he has an event coming up in November for paintball.
He does have an event coming up in November, and there's also going to be Dominion in November too. And there's going to be, I'm moving my event. I was supposed to do my event in Mexico in November, but I think I'm going to do December. So we have to get those all organized. But so you're not going to shoot until November?
Well, I have
Really?
2 weddings coming up this month, so.
All right. And Jin, what do we got? We got an event coming up with you guys?
There's a private game at the private field at Marauders on the 25th, and then August, I believe, 8th is at USPN, ODNC MFOG. And then pretty much every month until the December. So we have MFOG games.
Gary said there's a Chosen for Paint series this Saturday at Combat Paintball Park. Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
I'll be in Oregon. Sorry for that. And there's going to be Endgame 2, December the 4th, 5th, and 6th. And Sherilyn says you need to come to Monte Casino. I don't know, Sherilyn, if I'm going to be in town. I don't know. I'm off for August. So I'm just going to be playing local here at Hollywood Sports. But after that, dude, Rudy, have you ever been to Hollywood Sports?
No, I haven't.
It's close. You should come down to Hollywood Sports. It's an amazing. They have these amazing buildings to shoot in. Rudy, Jin, how about you? Have you been there?
No, I grew up near SC Village, so that was my home field when I was in SoCal.
All right, so you know what I'm talking about. 7-man. What is this pump? 7-man. Wild 7-man mechanical. All right, cool. Okay, so you guys listen. I'm gonna let you guys go. You guys hang out in the green room. Yeah, Ivan, come down. Let's go to Hollywood Sports. You guys hang out in the green room for 1 second, and let me just end the show and try the chips. I just got some new chips, okay? So they're in the green room. Never mind. Okay, hold on 1 second, you guys. Hold on 1 second. I'm just going to let you guys hold on. I'll see you guys in a second. All right, you guys, how was that? Fantastic? Yeah, I love our community. I love our sport. I love our players. I love these guys, photographers. Photographer, to be honest with you, a photographer made where I am today. I've been playing since 2008, and I've been building this Reaper thing, and in 2014, a photographer by the name of Gary Baum took some pictures of me, and somebody named Ashley Slingsby, Hidden Hedgehog, in England said, "Can I do something with that?" And we said, "Yeah," and he made this amazing poster of me, and from that, it went viral, and then, well, here I am. So a photographer and another photographer helped me to get where I am. I didn't sign up for it. I didn't say I want to become a celebrity. It just happened. But a big part of it was the look I had, the right place at the right time with the right photographer. So it could happen to you. Anyway, all right, you guys. I got some other cool shows coming up. I'm off to Oregon tomorrow. I'm going to be gone for the week until Sunday. So, but I'm on Facebook if you want to get in touch. Anyway, you guys be safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Let me just run my where's my thing here? There we go. All right, let me my outro video. Hang on a second. Ready? All right, you guys. Adios.